Oh boy. All right, I think we're getting ready to plop in here. Oh, it's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. And plus, it's a Friday, but we are here. If some of y'all been waiting for this video, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's been busy. It's been crazy. But we're back. It's been a long time since we did a stream as well. It's been a long time. Let me set myself up. It's been a while since we done a stream. Um, I think now that we're back at it, let me see here. So we continue setting stuff up here. But now that we're back at it, we'll probably start doing this more regularly. Towards the past couple of months, it's been kind of busy. So give me a little bit here to continue setting up. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Yeah, I hope y'all had a great summer. Some of y'all that are still in school, college, high school, whatever it is, you back at it. Y'all that working. I mean, hey, the grind never stops for y'all. But I hope y'all had a great summer. Stayed safe out there. Um, we're gonna have a lot of videos. Like I said before, we're gonna have playthroughs and stuff like that coming up here. I think as it starts to get colder, we'll have more of that popping up. But for now, I just want to go over this. As y'all probably know, matter of fact, here, let me switch y'all over real quick. All right, there we go. So as you know, My Hero Academia has recently stopped. Okay, the series is done. The series is over, and I'm going to be talking about everything from start to finish. I've seen basically everything. I read the ending. I'm very disappointed in it, but if you have not, then just be prepared that I am going to be talking about spoilers. So just be prepared. Otherwise, you know what it is. And again, before we get started, I want to say I hope y'all are having a great time. I got a video that just went live not too long ago, a Yu-Gi-Oh video. New to this channel, maybe you want to check that out. I greatly appreciate it. I got some other stuff planned for y'all. Like I said, live streaming as well. But again, I appreciate y'all patience. I really do. For this past week, there's a lot of things going on, but I hope y'all having an amazing life, amazing week, everything like that. And before we start this long Labor Day weekend, first off, happy Labor Day coming up. I mean, that's a big one. But I hope y'all have a great long weekend as well. And everybody that's back in school, I hope y'all having a great time in school. All right, so I hope y'all enjoying that too. But today we're going to be talking about My Hero characters. All right, there's a lot of people. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm going to switch this up. There's a lot of characters here that don't matter to me. I'll be honest with you. They don't matter at all. They're going to dead zone. There's a lot of characters I think I could say they're S tier. I probably got too many tiers here. What I'm probably do is get rid of this tier. D tier, there's going to be a lot in here. Probably won't be too many in C, but B, A, and S, that's where it's going to be hitting at. But a lot of dead characters. If it's really... I tell you, a character like, say, this dude right here, I don't even know who you are. All right, there's a lot of characters here that I don't know their names. I don't remember you inside anything you did at all, so you're probably going dead. But instead of me wasting slots of just, I mean, look at all these characters. I'll probably move them depending on how important I think they are. I should also say that many of these characters are, kind of side characters. They have like one part that they're important in, and that's it. I'm talking about that one dude that has that lock quirk. I don't know his name. The black dude with the dreads, but it's like he has like one spot he's important in, and then that's it, right? So we'll go through them, but don't be surprised if I don't know the characters' names. Okay, if I'm sitting here just lost at these characters' names, don't be shocked. I have no clue who they are. All right, so let's start walking through them here. I'm just gonna kind of go through them. This is crazy start for All For One and All Might. So I'm gonna keep them in the end because those are the big boys. Let's just go through here. Who do I care about? Oh my goodness, there goes Sue's mom. Let's talk about Best Genius. Let's talk about Best Genius. So that's a crazy way to start this video. So Best Genius, when we talk about him, this is another guy that I don't know what he was, number 3, number 4, one of the top ranked pro heroes throughout the series. At one point got Bakugo, who he got to train throughout the series as well. He played an important part to multiple different parts in the series. The one that was the raid to take back Bakugo after he got took, as well as the part when it was Toya, I think it was. It was Shoto's brother, Todoroki's brother, Shoto's. It was when he was doing all the stuff, and somehow Best Genius was just waiting in the midst of everything. I think this character is fine. I think overall he looks kind of dumb, if you ask me. I look at him like, ooh, yucky. But overall, I think the character is fine. There's nothing wrong with him. As a character that has the ability to kind of change, like his quirk is to change like clothing and like the fabric inside of it. I mean, sure, I guess, whatever. But he's fine. He's not a bad character. I don't dislike him or anything like that. He's perfectly fine to me. I think this is a solid B tier character. No way you're putting him A. Nobody cares about him that much. Not even me. Let's see here. So this girl was the girl that was helping the teacher-like dude that was once a partner of All Might during the 4th season. She doesn't play a part at all. She doesn't play a part at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't recall what she does or anything like that. So I remember you by face. Don't recall what you do. This version here, there's a lot of characters here that I don't care about. Okay, Burden. So I think this is another character that was a part of. There's a lot of side characters, so be ready for this. This is a character, I believe her name is Burden. I could be wrong. She was a character that was a part of the agency for Endeavor. She has some parts where she's kind of showing up a little bit. She might as well have been a side character, I'll be honest with you. But she kind of shows up a little bit with Todoroki, Deku, and Bakugo when they're trying to train inside that portion of the agency and everything like that. She's fine. She's okay. But honestly, you're dead. I might put her in D. Nah, she's C. I mean, she shows up quite a bit, and she also shows up, I think, during the kind of war portion of the My Hero as well. So I put her here. That's solid for me. Yeah. Yeah. We got here. Is her name Cammy? No, it's not. I don't know these names. Don't get mad at me, y'all. She is the girl that was a part of a other school. That dude that has the tornado abilities. She's one of them, but she just kind of, I guess she just kind of thoughts around a little bit for my boy. Who is she thoughting for? Todoroki. Yeah, Todoroki. At one point, you see Himiko Toga take her appearance to try to get towards Deku, but that's it. She doesn't do anything else. I don't think that she even shows up again in the part of the series. And honestly, looking at this character and how dumbfounded she looks in the face, I'm going to say she's a solid D tier character. I don't really care about her whatsoever. Now, that's where she is. That's where she is. All right, so let's see here. Bam, 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 bam. Stone Boy. This is the guy, one of the teachers, a part of UA that has the ability of using cement. Using the cement, he is able to basically just, I don't know, use the cement to protect people. He's a teacher. He does what he's supposed to do. I mean, I find him like, okay. And he also is a part of the war as well. He doesn't really do anything special per se, but he does more than the other teachers themselves. But he's not a pro hero. Like, I mean, I guess he's a pro. They're really all pros, but he's not like one of the top, 10 ranked heroes, not like that. So he doesn't go like, whoa, that's him. It's just cement dude. So he's up there. That's one of the overhaul dudes. You're just a regular character. All right, let's do. You're just a dream. All right, let's do you. Shield Hero. So this dude was one of the guys that was absolutely destroyed and bonkered by Shigaraki when he first had his awakening with his quirk, the decay quirk. Basically, he could have done more. He was one of the guys like, I fight for justice and everything like that, and he had a chance that he could have done something to Shigaraki and didn't. Then he dies. He straight up dies. I mean, you're literally dead, but I'm gonna put you in D. You're fine. Don't dislike the character, nothing like that, but you don't do anything special, so whatever. Finally, getting up to, I could put you, but I don't care about you that much because you show up so late. I'll put. If this is this the dude with the ice abilities? It don't matter. You go here anyways. All right, so here we go. Toya. So I think Toya is a great character in my opinion, but not an S tier character. The reason is, when it comes to Toya, it's hard to... Okay, let me say this. You can sympathize with this character because when you see what he's going through about his parent Endeavor being like, I have to have a son that has this best quirk in the world. And that's so cool. That's so swaggy, bro. But when you see eventually that his body, probably because of his mother, is not able to withstand his actual fire abilities, he starts to break down. And he always wanted to not really be a pro hero, but he did it for his dad to get that approval. However, when the whole fire thing happens and everything, and you think that, I think they left like a part of his jaw or something like that, and they think that like, oh my goodness, like Toya, he's gone, like what happened? And they move on to Shoto. Suddenly you just forget about your oldest son, right? The other two kids, I'll rate them as well. They have some importance to the series, but not as much as Toya. I would say overall, I would say Dabi. I hope I'm saying the right one, but Dabi's good enough. I'm going to say overall, I don't agree with his change. Because after a while, he feels as if, hey, I feel as if that my father has completely left me, does not care about me anymore, and he instantly went to my siblings that are like, hey, I'm going to abuse them too to have a kid that has the best quirk. But why would you go against your siblings? Like, it's not like Shoto was hating on you. Toya, he wasn't doing anything to hate on you. He literally lost his big brother, and he had to go through pain too. That's why he got his burn mark on his eye. So I'm going to say I don't get that portion of it. Eventually, Toya kind of starts changing where he's doing things like murder and stuff like that and everything. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? You're just kind of going down the crazy route. I do like that he has the most character, like, story amongst this whole villain group and everything. But... it's hard to honestly be approving of Dabi sometimes. So I'm going to put him at A. We'll see if other characters go in front of him, below him, but that's why I'm putting him here. Whew, there's some dead characters, boy. I remember you, though, but you were dead, boy. You fight, though, but you were dead. All right, this is one of the quirk users here. We have Endeavor. We have Aerie. This is a guy that can shred his fat. This is pretty good. So let's do this row here. There's some pretty good characters. Oh, we got Kaminari. Let's do that row here and go to Kaminari. You're a teacher. You're one of the teachers I think can make duplicates. Poop. This is Edgeshot, if I remember his name correctly. He's one of the guys that helps with the raid. I believe he's able to make himself like a very thin line and go through people. Sure. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Let's catch Kaminari here. Kaminari, I think, is a character that has a pretty cool quirk, an electric quirk that if I remember correctly, they say is kind of rare. It's not like everyone has it, but still you can find one that you can't really dodge. I mean, he's shooting out electricity, right? So it's not a really easy way to counter what he's doing if you don't have the ground. But at the same time, Kaminari really changed his character when he started to become a character that liked Jiro. When that started to happen, you knew that he was not going to stay anything important to the series. Besides the main three, Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, you would think Kaminari could be like a seventh option, right? Of course, what's the dude's name that runs fast? I was about to say Udiu, bro. Whatever his name that runs fast. And as well as Ochako right? Or Uraka. It's like you're looking at this dude like he could have been something, but he's not. So I'm gonna say he's C. I like the character more, but I'm not gonna say he does enough important to the series. Now he does something in the war, which is kind of nice, where he kind of is in the front line attack and it's cool, but he could have been more. And plus, at the end, you just kind of see him just become like an agency with like, you know, doing electric stuff or something like that. Maybe he's in the band with Jiro. I don't know. They like have their things like next to each other, like their agency. So you just kind of don't care about him anymore. That's sad, but it is what it is. Yeah, let's do Rock Hard Boy. So this character, I am gonna say he's he's very similar to Kaminari. I mean, you dye his hair blonde and you push it down. This is the same character, but at the same time, I do like the fact that he has a very with Red Riot. He has a very predictable quirk, and at some point, he was always like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be just like this dude right here, right, whatever his name is." But you don't think that he has much more than his body getting hard. Pause. So I think that's the thing of like you're not crazy about this character as much as you probably should be, which is fine. I mean, I don't think that's an issue. I think when he was doing the whole part during the overhaul fight when he fought with where's Gummy Boy at here? You who also I would put up here probably above Best Genius, but anyways, when he was doing that portion with him fighting, it was still fun to watch, right? I think his part with Red Riot, he's a fist fighter. His quirk's not really great per se, but it's still interesting to see him do. When I look at Gum Gum here, where he's basically building a fat stockpile and they can like shred it out, he does a couple of things. He becomes like a taxi at one point for, here they go names, the guy that looks like a bird with the dark shadow. I can't remember his name, but anyways, he does some things here as well. I mean, I could put them almost right next to each other, but again, Red Riot, he becomes kind of obsolete afterwards when he goes back to the kids. So really the overhaul arc is when he stood up. And I wish they did more of these arcs for other characters to stand up. Like, bro, you had a moment, but like if I look at some of the other characters that never got to really fight, like Sugar Guy, it's like you just are dead. You're dead to me. I don't notice you doing anything. So I wish they had more moments like that. Dead here. Endeavor. Let's pull these up. Endeavor, you're the guy that has, I think, the smoke quirk. Airy. There you go. And then yeah. Alright, so let's put these guys up here. This is the sister, a part of the Endeavor, you know, group and whatnot. I'm going to say she has an interesting thing because I honestly wonder sometimes if the point of her was the fact that she was a female, that it was never going to be she's number one, which is very, very crazy, very crazy to say. But she doesn't really show her quirk. She might have a second. I think she has an ice quirk if I remember correctly, but she doesn't do much. She just kind of acts as reason of like my family's broken because of this. I'll put it in bottom C. Tokiyama, that's his name. Tokiyama is a guy that I think is very similar to Red Riot, who I wanted him to have more scenes, but he still had more scenes than Red Riot. While he didn't get to fight, say, during the overhaul arc like Red Riot did, he also got to fight in the war when it was everything to do with Hawks, which is good. I enjoy him doing so. He also got to learn how to use his quirk, which when it was in the shadows, of course, it was crazy, but he got to learn how to do things with Hawks such as flying and stuff like that. I'm going to put him here above Edshot. I don't think he's an A tier character. I really wish he had more chances to do something, but yeah, I'm going to put him here. I think that's solid for him. Edshot, is he really the divider between them? Maybe, but you know what? You're above Best Genius too. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna do you next. You are you don't get enough time. I'm gonna put you here. You are a character that shows up to give one of the multiple quirks to Deku. I believe you give the smoke quirk if I'm correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you are. Endeavor. Endeavor's probably, and let me say this. When I say I'm putting characters in S tier and A tier, every series is different. My S tier, say for something like Full Metal Alchemist, is going to be completely different from my S tier for My Hero, right? I still will probably put characters above him. They're in A tier from Full Metal Alchemist. But for this series, Endeavor is an S tier character. I think he is a character that unfortunately got caught up with what the world is that strength is power, and when you're a number one hero, you get more perks. I don't think that he ever necessarily hated his children, compared to know that if my children have, an amazing quirk where they can become a number one hero or something like that, he was always saying they're going to have a better lifestyle. But that wasn't the right thing to do. And he realized that, especially when he saw Toya, right? I think that's the hard thing to see is I don't have an... Let me rephrase. Don't cancel me. I have an issue with how he did it, but I understand why he was doing it. He just did it a very bad way. Okay? This is a character that unfortunately always saw himself behind All Might. And even when he got before All Might, because All Might just ended up retiring, basically, he was still unhappy. I think he always thought that, man, being number one is better than being number two. And I get that. I do. Yeah, I'm gonna put him there. I think he is an S tier, but I'm sure someone's gonna be over him. Eri is another character that I really do like. I wish they did more with her, so she's going here. Eri, first off, a character that has a rewind quirk, works almost like Odahime from Bleach, is actually very cool. And I wish they did like some type of like follow up or sequel when the character got older to see her actually how she uses her quirk correctly. I think it's interesting because when she was a part of the overhaul arc, you saw that she was always a part of these shadows, and God forbid where she came from. I don't know where her parents are, like what happened to that. I don't know if they even said about that, right? But when you kind of see what she's having to deal with and everything, and Lemillion kind of being that big brother type figure to her and kind of taking her out of the shadows as well as Deku, you kind of like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, I'm really glad this happened. And then you kind of sit there and realize, like, man, like, is she gonna ever have a time to shine again? Right? It's like I don't see this character being a part of the story anymore. You know what? But now that I say that, I'm gonna put you down here. I do like her. I do like as a character, but I don't think they did enough for what this series is My Hero to ever emphasize her again. Right? So that's where she is. But I'm cool with that. I'm solid with that. Wish I could delete some of these people. Can I delete y'all? Nope. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Nope. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. How do you say his name? Gigantomachia? Something like that? No, you're the ice dude. I think you kind of look like the same person. I'm gonna lie to you. Whatever. That's the guy I was talking about. I don't remember your quirk is, but you were a part of like it wasn't a filler. It was like right before they did the school stuff and everything. You stay up there. And you're the Orchid Dude that doesn't do anything else later on. Okay, so Orchid Dude. All you did is help train. You were a part of basically doing like a trick of I'm trying to get famous online with all my magic tricks and everything. I don't remember your quirk. All I remember is Deku having a crazy scene when he turned his eye at you and you were like shook. And that was it. You're here. Gigantomachia. I wish this character had more time. I wish he had more time. I think that's how I can put him at right here. It's really hard for Machia because he was always a guy that is super strong. He doesn't have necessarily... I mean, he has a quirk of just being crazy. But you don't really see him do much besides he's a part of All For One. And whenever All For One or the other dude, Shigaraki, calls for him, he's just there to fight. That's it. Now, he was such a big character that he kind of took, prevalence, like he's on screen, time to go crazy. And that's actually kind of cool, and I like that. But too bad they didn't give him enough time to really do anything, so I'm going to ignore you. You, Tape Boy, up here. Hawks. Man, there's a lot of debt. Like, who are you? I remember you from the first season, but you did nothing. You were the sister of Shiraki, I think, but no, nobody cares about you. There's some no moves, don't care about you. You're another quirk user. Toga, you scream about nothing. I don't remember this kid. I know he's part of Class B, but I don't remember. Shinzo, you're a noble that fought Endeavor. You're Class B. Okay, let's go over these guys. So Tape Boy. I'm going to put Tape Boy here. I think the thing is with him, I do like Sarah a lot. I think at some point, I believe it was in the second season, I can't remember, he has a little bit of importance, but his ability is to shoot tape from his elbows, bro. Like, y'all didn't even draw him like he was ever going to be an important character anyway. So I don't think I could care about you personally. I wish they gave some type of importance to you, that except that you could just move quickly. But I mean, you're drawn like a Fire Force character. I mean, you're just destined to die. Shinzo. I wish Shinzo was back in the story pass of him trying to join Class B. His quirk is pretty nice to be told. You hear something. It's kind of like the voice from Dune. You're told what to do, and then that's it. That's it. I like it, but they never knew honestly what to do with your quirk. They honestly didn't. I'm gonna still put you above Sarah, but they didn't know what you do with your quirk, Shinzo. So you're good. I'm gonna put Hawks around here. I can't put him in A because I don't like the character a lot. I think he's very cocky. I think a lot of times too that he didn't care about being a pro hero per se, compared to about he was always kind of just like grandfathered into being one of them. And then when you find out later on too, it's like I did like the fact that he was trying to like be a double agent and everything like that. And then you're like, okay, what's going on with him? I even like Zeno Robinson being like his like voice actor and everything, but I don't think this character is crazy. I don't think his quirk's crazy. I mean, it's cool with the whole feathers and everything, but boop, I can't go crazy about Hawks. He's okay to me. If I remember correctly, you are the user, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You look like to be the user that gave Deku his, oh gosh, the Fujin quirk, I believe it is, the fighting ability one. He can like kind of rev up his like muscles to be stronger, basically. You're going right here. I don't care about you. And then Toga, S-tier character. So let me say about Toga. Sometimes I know they kind of explained it towards the end. And let me look this up here real quick, just to double check. I don't want to be over here fumbling and like that. Let's see here. Yeah. So let me say this. Toga is and spoiler alert, just so y'all know, Toga is actually a very good character. There's a lot of different, and I don't know if y'all be watching these, there's a lot of different ending scenes where you see that she used to be a regular schoolgirl, right? Which is kind of why she wears a uniform. However, her life went completely different compared to other girls, and I'm looking specifically at El Chaco, right? Her life went completely haywire, and she ended up where she was in her position. I think that when you look at Toga, she's a great character. I do like her. I think her ability is you're gonna have a copy ability in almost every single one of your animes you see usually, except I don't know the big ones sometimes, but because you look at like Jujutsu Kaisen, they have a copy ability character. Does Demon Slayer have one? It doesn't. That's not the point. The point is that you can see a character that has ability to copy. It's good. When she learns how to copy quirks is when she goes crazy, right? I wonder if I put her above Endeavor though. The reason I want to, if you have seen it, and this is the spoiler, she sacrifices herself at the end to save Uraraka. I am on the fence for putting her S tier. Sorry, above Endeavor. Because it's a very sad story. But they don't emphasize it enough. I'm going to put her up here. Underneath Endeavor for now. But they don't emphasize her meaning enough, unfortunately. Alright, let's go. You're going up here for now. Is this the brother? Swaggy not. You can go up here too. There's the boy. I'll probably do him now. Some of y'all don't have good quirks, man. Whew, there's some boys up here. You know what I'm gonna do since a lot of... Sheesh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Look, watch this, y'all. Watch this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna pull them up here in this row so I can kind of get who I care about real quick. Who are you? Did you have like some crazy like bubble ability, bro? Pull you up here. You suck. You're Nomu. Lady Nagant. You had importance. Jiro. I mean, you... Well, no, you're already up there. You're a movie character. Pretty sure. Ah, my goodness. There's so many dead characters in the show. Who are you? Bro, you look like you in the wrong movie. Or wrong series. You actually have an importance to the series. You try to do something for a little bit. You're important to the series. You're a movie. Oh my gosh, you're swaggy. You're cool. You're something. You're something. You're something. You show for a little bit. I'll put you up there for now. You're something. You're very important. You're kind of important. Whew, let me back up again. Sheesh. Okay. You're important. You are too. You're the other brother. Bear with me right now, y'all. Yep, you're important. I'm keeping out the cats. I just don't think I care about them enough. You get your quirk stolen, though. That's kind of important later on. Oh my gosh. Yep. I like to use the character, but you died off instantly. Yep. Overhaul. You. Whew, good night. Okay. Couple more. Here you go. There you go. You can get up there too. Yep. It goes twice. You take a second. You're important. Is that Shigaraki? I couldn't tell. His first Nomu. You kind of have an importance. I feel like I'm missing some characters. But honestly, if I can't catch you by face, there's Shigaraki. If I can't catch you by face, then you probably just don't matter to me. Yeah. I know. Where is the Captain America girl at? There you go. You're up there. Yep. Staying. Yep, I see you over there, Momo. Whew. Look at all these dead characters. Shoto. Razorhead. All right, if I'm not catching your favorite character here, that just means that they're not my favorite character. um. Okay. I think I'm. Yeah, I think I'm solid for now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ones I pulled up, and if there's anyone else y'all think this should be up here, let me know. But I'm good with this. So, yep. Let's pull y'all up. Should have pulled some of y'all up even higher, but whatever. Okay, so let's start. Let's see you on. You are the guy that had the tornado abilities. I wish you did more. I wish you did more. You had an amazing quirk. I did like the fact that he had a lot of optimism as well. Actually, I'm gonna put you up here a little bit higher. But you don't do enough. You don't get shown enough, and that is a issue that my hero has. Show my boy more. You have the ability of the big arm. You're part of class 1B. Gosh, am I about to put her in dead? No, I'm not. She's here. I'm not going to put her in dead. She actually does have some funny scenes. But man, she does not have enough like care put into her to do anything, especially because her quirk kind of sucks. Like, if you have a quirk like that, it's really hard for people to like really care about you, I feel like. That's my personal opinion. It's just to make your arm big, that's not good enough. But she does have some scenes with like Momo and everything like that as well, so it's like it's cute, I guess. Jiro, she has a part singing Hero too. I Am a Hero too. She's here. I think that it is very interesting to watch her. 1 second here. I think it's very fun to watch her because but like it shows that anyone can be a hero regardless of if you're actually throwing them fists or not. Problem is she ends up throwing them fists right when the war comes around. So it's like, man, what's the purpose of her then? I really wish they kind of kept her in her lane, and at the end they do with these two, but it's like, man, like what y'all kind of just contradicted each other having to do that again. I don't love that. I don't love the contradiction. So, but she's a good character otherwise. I'm actually going to put her underneath Tokoyomi, but she's here. Lady Nagant is a good character. I think that she was shown too late, but after the jailbreak, you see her where she was like, oh, okay, I have always been told to be a hero. That's what I wanted to be. However, when she saw the corruptness inside of everything, when she saw the corruptness inside of how the world works and everything, she was suddenly like, okay, well, instead, I am not with that. I'm going to be painted as a villain instead, and that's just how my life is, and now she's put in jail. So it was very kind of sad, per se, to see her go through that, but at the same time, it's like, you are shooting a little boy, and it's like, I can't and then she like ends up like getting beat, and it's like, oh, suddenly now it's just different. Like, now I'm supposed to, forgive you. It's hard because I think she has the writing of a good character for her backstory, but suddenly they just kind of like, okay, well, we don't know what to do with her anymore, and we kind of set her up for failure, so we're going to go ahead and fumble this, and it is what it is. Let me look at this. Okay, so I'm going to say she's probably A, not about Toya. I can see her top of B, but I'm going to put her A. I liked what she showed. You were the little girl that kind of followed this creepy dude. Where did he go? Right here. You're above him. But you just followed him because he was swagging down to mom. Ooh, you're kind of swaggy. I'm going to put you here. I mean, this is her daughter. Sorry. Ooh, let me not do that to Deku. Oh, my goodness. Her son being born without a quirk, and her always being a thing of like, hey, I always wanted to see him, reach his dreams and do what he wants to do. But suddenly it's a situation where it's like he doesn't have a quirk. He gets it from All Might, and she has to watch Deku come back time and time again and struggle. That is crazy. That is insane. But to watch your son come back beaten and battered, and all you have is the number one hero saying, like, he's going to get stronger, trust me. That's crazy. Insane. But I'm going to say overall, though, I do like her as a mother, because she's a single mother, right? She's doing this by herself, right? And you're watching, your son go through all this stuff and everything, and still giving him the A-OK to continue to try to go. It's heartbreaking as it is. That's a solid mother. I don't need you to fight to show that you're doing what you're supposed to do as a character, right? And that's her purpose, to care about her son. And since we're here talking about her son, I'm gonna put him about here. He's not an A tier to me. No, no, I'm sorry, but Midoriya is not an A tier character. At the end of the day, for Midoriya, it's hard because first off, okay, let me start this. They did a terrible job with the ending of his series, his story. Him losing the quirk and just being a teacher. And then the girl, I pulled her up a minute ago, I think it's her, making her, which you kind of cool because you did what you did, but her making a suit for him so he can continue to be like a fake hero. He never, at one point, he did reach the quote unquote #1 hero because of what he did. But then suddenly y'all just kill the character off as if he doesn't matter anymore. I don't like that. I don't like how y'all used him, especially the fact that, remember, there's a point in the 6th or 7th season, I think it's the 6th, where Deku becomes a vigilante and he's doing what he wants to do by himself. But his friends are basically like, hey, homie, let us help you out. Let us be a part of you. We're all in this together no matter what. But suddenly when he loses his quirk, y'all not in it together? No, man. Nah, bro. Y'all did him so dirty. The reason I'm putting him up as A tier because he always wanted to protect and do the best, and he didn't have that. But it sucks how his story ended. Not completely because of him, more of the fact that it's like they tossed him away and now he's just being a teacher. I wouldn't be talking to these other kids no more. Y'all left me to dry. Y'all left me at the dry. Wherever I put her at, I'm putting you here because, and actually we'll put you underneath Tokiyomi, is because you cared. You cared about, Deku didn't get with Uraka at the end of the day, which is crazy, but you cared about him to make him a suit. So he could try to do what he always wanted to do. Your friends didn't care to help you whatsoever. Nah, man. No, no, that's not happening. I'm sorry, but they did Midoriya wrong, but I will say Midoriya, of all the other characters I've seen of my, new main character protagonist, Yuji Itadori, Tanjiro, I do like this character the most of how he looks as his design. But man, y'all, they just did him so dirty at the end. It's just hard to ignore that. I'm not saying he has to get the girl. I'm saying they need to somehow have somebody caring about him to continue to try to reach his dream. And they did not do that for him. That's just unacceptable. And maybe I should be knocking every one of these characters right here down a little bit because y'all did not try to help him. But that's just pity. That's just wrong. So anyways, I'm putting Deku in A. I'm not seeing him in S, but if he is an S, he's behind these two, in my personal opinion. I don't see him going above that in my personal opinion, but that's where I would put him. Let's keep going though. I feel like the last name Inato, you're a dead character, but you do shoot water at muscle, so because you squirted on him, I'm gonna give you here. You were the guy that able to call animals. You were so useless. Oh my gosh. You were one of the Nomus. You did show you had that crazy quirk that was able to teleport, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna put you here, but don't care that much. I'm waiting on Bakugo because I got a lot to say about him. Firefighter boy, you're dead. You are the principal here. You don't do much. All right, let's pull y'all up. Was there another kid here, I thought? Yeah. All right, here we go. Mineta, I guess. Mineta. He's not a bad character, man. He's not a bad character. For what he's supposed to do is being that joking, creepy dude, he does what he's supposed to do the best. And I think it's interesting because he also puts aside what he feels like doing to make sure he can still get W's and help his friends out. They're throwing balls I actually don't mind Mineta at all, to be completely honest with you. I don't think he's a great character. Maybe I'm overhyping him a little bit. Maybe, but I'll put him here. I think he's actually fine. It's for what he's supposed to do. Do I put him in B? No, he's common. He's a common character. I'm solid with that. I'm solid with him being here. Ashido, I think, is another character that I don't know how I feel about this one. I might put her in the bottom of B. She has another interesting quirk. It's not crazy, but the whole thing with her being able to make what do you call it? The acid and everything, and you kind of see how like she was different, and she met, I think it was against Tamaki at one point when she met him, and she was like scared and everything, but she had to stand up for her friends and blah 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 blah, and then she kind of like found like a friendship with Midnight, and then how she acted with Midnight. I mean, she had some moments. I think the character is so bubbly that she's fun to watch, but she doesn't have moments where you're like, oh my goodness, that's like Ashido. You know what I mean? She's fine. I'm sorry. I'm putting you like here. You don't do enough. You don't do enough. You're like able to make multiple eyes and arms and stuff like that. You don't do enough. You just don't. I'm sorry. But speaking of who doesn't do enough, oh my gosh, you're like in like a fight between like which one of y'all sucks more. Gosh, it's terrible. This dude just has a tail. Okay, here we go. Pull some more up. Yep. Oh my goodness, God, these characters. And I'll do one more, even out. Bam. Okay. Grandma gives you the smacky kiss to heal you. She does what she's supposed to do in her job. I'm perfectly fine. You be on top of D. Whoa. Woo. What a sentence. You don't do enough as I wish you did. You do kind of fight in the war as well as fighting against the overhaul stuff, but you lose. What Lemillion did as well as it starts with a T. I can't remember his name. Compared to her was kind of crazy. I mean, you were at a Big 3 school, and you didn't feel like you were Big 3, honestly. Kind of disappointed, honestly. I'm going to say, like, you're probably around here. Yeah. Deadlock, you do some stuff. I'm actually cool with you. You do some stuff with your ability to lock stuff in place and everything. Wish you showed up more, but you were just the one black guy they had to put in the series for no reason. So, but at least you did count. You know, you're on my side, so it's cool. Voice Boy, you had a lot to do with everything with this. No, I guess he got turned to a no move, but you here and as well as Eraserhead, I might put you around here. I don't like your quirk. But you ran a lot. You did a lot of series, everything. You were important because this showed that when a Nomu had your ability, that people were taking your abilities. That's your only importance. So I'm gonna put you around here. But is her name Pixie Bob? I don't know. But this is one of the kitty cats that that shows up like she has the most important of the other ones. So I'll put her here. Yeah, she's there. Can't remember your name. But you have the ability to copy quirks, and it shows a couple of things, like, say, for example, All Might or Deku had a copy stockpile quirk, which was interesting. That's cool. I'm good with that. But I don't look at you going like, oh my goodness, you're crazy. I just don't. But I like this character. I actually do like this character. I'm gonna put you here. I actually kind of wish they showed you more. Because actually, I said something about, who did I say can copy before? Toga. This is the true copy quirk guy. So I'm actually cool with you. I like you. You unfortunately get bodied by, I think, was it the Nomu at the very beginning, and I don't remember showing you again. So I know they say you're alive, but you get bodied so easy. Ooh, y'all too. Let me say this: Momo has more of a impact for what she does because of her ability to make stuff at such a quick pace. She's the one also that knocked out Gigantomachino with sleep, right? I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that at all. Oh my gosh, matter of fact, she might be an HO character. I feel like she did a lot more than any. Like she was one of those characters that stood up more than other people in her class. I'm actually cool with putting Momo there. Who I'm not cool with is Uraraka. Your quirk is okay, but you got tied in with Toga so much that I don't think I cared about you compared to just Toga's story. They told Toga's story through Uraraka. I don't love that. It didn't matter anymore that you at one point were crushing on Deku. Didn't matter any of this stuff at all. It didn't matter about you trying to be a hero about getting some money for your family. You got told through Toga. Toga's story was over yours. Y'all not gonna like that, but I'm putting her at C. I'm putting her at C. I think they did not do a good job telling her story. I personally don't. All right, let's pull up here. You're the guy that helped All Might sometimes. You're cool. I mean, I don't have an issue with you. You're about here. Just pulling some more up. Child on my line. I know y'all hear that song going crazy in the back. About to demonetize me. Okay. You helped during the overhaul fight. When you just became a dragon and everything, that was really your only purpose. I'm putting you here at the bottom, but I'm cool with it. You suck. You were the tie with these three. But at least you have something different in a tail. This is the other brother that had issues with everything going on. I actually don't mind him as a character, but I'm putting you here because you don't really do anything. But he was a part of the whole Toya and Shoto and all that jazz. You actually important because are you the grandmother of Shigaraki? I can't remember. But you having the ability to float gave that to Deku. And then also, you had the whole story behind what Shigaraki had to deal with him basically decaying his family and everything, and him just being crazy. I kind of wish that we got to see more of this character in her time instead of just seeing like flashbacks and her seeing like through like the veil or whatever that Deku makes. But I don't mind the character. I'm gonna put her about here. Mirako, you went crazy in some Nomu. You went crazy. I'm gonna say with Mirako, I'm solid to put her about here. I actually did enjoy this character and her fighting the Nomu. They're all supposed to be really top level characters, so it's like to see her do that is very fun. And plus, what she had to suffer the injuries from doing so. Right, there was a point that I thought because she ran through trying to get to Shigaraki, I thought she was the only one trying to get to him in the first place. So I do like this character. Some of y'all like her a lot more. You know, I see what y'all be doing. Muscular is a fine villain. No, he's not. He's okay. He's okay. Mount Lady helps fight with Gigantomachia. And she shows up a couple times. I'm going to put her about here. No, you're above the... Yeah. You're above the... Yeah, actually, not that bad at all. All right. King Lemillion. Let's go. I enjoyed Lemillion. I think they did a very, very bad job showing his quirk. When they showed what his ability is and how he can use it, they showed, hey, I had a quirk that was supposed to be bad. Things passed through me, including air. I can't breathe when I use my quirk. I almost killed myself when I unlocked my permeation, or is it permeable? Permeation, whatever ability. I think he has an amazing, the most crazy quirk because of how he uses it. They never emphasized, I feel like, how crazy his quirk could actually be, because he technically is invincible as long as he can breathe and his quirk is on. Crazy. But they did a terrible job showing him during the overhaul fight. They made it look like a PowerPoint flash screen. That looked awful. Awful. I love Lemillion. And I love the fact when he came back during the war too and you saw his face come up from the floor, he's like, ooh, like it was so good. I love this character. I just think that maybe if they showed more of his backstory and made it seem as if he ever was, I mean, sometimes he looked like he was phased, his face, but he looks so different, even his eyes compared to every other character. You think that he's a joke character, but he is, they said at one point he's the closest to being number one that's still in school. I love Lemillion. I think he's actually could have been the character above Deku to be, a main protagonist. But I couldn't put because of his lack of backstory, I couldn't put him in front of Endeavor or Toga. But I love Lemillion. Really good character. I know I saw Stain a minute ago. I don't know where I put you. Yeah, I know we're going to an hour of this. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. You're the first Alpha 1 user. One for all, excuse me. There's this boy. Looks like we're getting to the end here. Twice, America, Shinzo. You. I'll talk about you in a minute. You, Eraserhead, Shoto, Bakugo. I know I pulled up one person I think I was just about to talk about that I pulled up and I don't see him now. Interesting. Most of these Class B kids, I don't care about. Y'all don't do enough for me. I should go ahead and take the Class B kids out of the current poll. Who was I just about to look at? There was someone on here I pulled up, and I think I just lost where they are. My Hero was a show that I feel like they just kind of... I should say this at the end, but they just kind of just didn't finish like they should have. You had a cool quirk. You can cut yourself apart. Use each one individually. They just didn't know how to use you. Just like all the other Class B kids. But how was Tailboy in Class A and you weren't? You were part of the movie. Okay. I feel like there's someone I was just missing. But for the sake of time, I don't care enough to stare at this. Okay. All right, let's start putting them up. Midnight. I like Midnight a lot. Especially, you know what? I'm putting you above Genus and Eri because this is a character that I am surprised that they killed. I was spadoozle shocked that they killed this character. Especially the fact that you saw everything she did with her quirk just to let off like men like pheromones is like whatever. But I think this character and show really embodied to see her death about like this is about that action. If they kept the intensity after her death as high as they could have, I think that Midnight became a great character. Don't forget that her fighting against like Zero and Mineta was a thing of like just goofy jokes, and they kill off this character just like, whoa, what happened? You know what I mean? I think that she actually was a pivotal point that it was a serious anime. They just didn't do enough about keeping it at that level all the time. But she's a solid B tier character. I like her. Mr. Whatever your boy is, the one that can make marbles and keep stuff in here. You took off you had your mask broken, you look pretty. But I'm gonna put you about here. I think you were fine. I think that you had another sad backstory. But you were fine. You, the reptile one that that's his name. That's what I was looking for. Oh my gosh, where did he go? I know I put him up here. It starts with an S. Stain. I know I pulled Stain up here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep. Just act as if you don't know where he is. Stain, I'm putting him up here around this B area. Okay, I like what he stands for. About, hey man, I'm just bad to be bad, but man, I need a hero. Y'all need to stop me. He's trying to keep heroes in check. You could have been Stain. You wanted to be Stain so bad, and you weren't. You let your boy die, the one with the big old lips. I'm gonna put you about here. Tenya Ida is fine. I think with him and his like ability to try to, hey, I'm trying to take over the company and everything like that and be like my big bro and whatnot. And then You know, him having to pull. There's one point scene they showing him pulling out the exhaust from his leg and how painful it is, but they regrow stronger. Oh, he had the dedication. I actually like this character a lot. I'm gonna put him in B. I don't care about the first number one. He, like had one for all at the start. He's here, but all you did is pass on your quirk to someone else that later doesn't have a quirk. That's all. That's all. You were a traitor, but then they forgave you. You had a nice quirk, the Chimera quirk. Oh gosh, where you can eat stuff and then you combine it to use as your body. He had an amazing quirk, and plus him being shy, I wish they showed more of his story. So I gotta put him here. But man, that quirk was crazy. And what you did in that fight where you became that Chimera, the octopus, like I think you had like a horse in you. So, oh my goodness, amazing quirk. I just wish they kept, was it Najire? I wish they kept her equal to these two. You were just nothing close to him. Overhaul also had an amazing quirk. I'm going to put him under, he really knocked himself, I feel like, when he was screaming about, you know, kill me and all this stuff like that with the whole Lady Nagant part and everything. But during his arc, he was actually very interesting. The whole I just touch you and I can just change the configuration of what you are. Oh my gosh. And him and his gang being a part of the Black Plague like nose and like the mask. Oh my goodness. I did like Overhaul a lot, but I think afterwards they just killed the character. You helped train. I don't really care about your quirk, little speed thing and everything, but you helped train Deku, and you are also a huge part of the arc of you fighting the war. You're here. No, you're a little bit above. You're here. Yep. You died a part of the Overhaul arc. You were fine. You were fine. You were fine. Okay, Twice. Twice is hard to put, man. I partially want to put Twice up here. Mainly because of his whole... He has that whole... He wears his mask to feel as if he is whole. He has a disorder that makes him feel as he is constantly being split apart. That is fire. A fire reason to call him Twice and why he wears the mask. And when he did, what's it called, the Sad Man's Parade and everything like that. And I think, did Toga end up using the same thing? That does give me more reason for her to pull her up higher. I know she never really cared about, like, I mean, she cared about him as a friend. And I've kind of wondered if Twice kind of cared about her a little bit more. But these two characters kind of worked in tandem together. I actually did mess with Twice. I think they just kind of killed him off a little bit too soon. But I like Twice a lot. I think he's a solid A-tier character as well. Sue, she's fine. Put her above here, above my boy. Monota. Whatever the hell his name is. He's going up here. Captain America, you got put down. You got put down. You could have been so much better. You resembled what to be of All Might, and then you didn't become All Might. You like lost to Shigaraki on that plane and everything like that. Oh, that was sad. You could have been much more than they actually kind of kept you to be, though. So I'm gonna put you here and see. You got bodied by Muscular. I thought you could have been more with the whole sound rays and everything like that, and like do like the little fissures, and then you just didn't do anything. So I'm gonna put you about here. Racerhead, you have the ability to erase quirks. You became one thing. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Yeah. So after Eraserhead lost one of his eyes, I don't recall if he lost his quirk. No, I think he still had it. I do think that Eraserhead became a huge part of the story with what he was doing, how he was part of the Nomu, and what he was fighting for and fighting for the kids. At one point, he was like remembering, I think it was when Bakugo got hurt. I can't remember. He was about to snap seeing his own kids got hurt. He was like the Kakashi sensei of this thing, but he was like, I'm about that business. I really did like Eraserhead. I'm going to put him in A. Shigaraki, bro, you have issues. You have issues. I don't think you're a good villain. I honestly don't. You making your family decay and whatnot, Sucks. It sucks. I get it. But like, do I care? No. Is it really enough for you to go this bad route and do everything you did? I don't forgive him. I think he's a fine villain, but you're not like GOAT. Nah, you're a bottom of B. You lucky you even up there. All right, last characters. Let's knock these out. Let's knock these out, y'all. Stain again. I don't know where he is. I'm not gonna search through him. He'll be up here. Shoto. Bakugo. All for one. All right. All right. So let me order these before you think this is an end list. Shoto's here. Bakugo's there. All Might's here. All for One is here. All for One, my issue with him is that he is simply a drone. Okay, he is. Man, I can live forever and just take quirks, man. I don't care, bro. It's cool, but it's like it's not like he's technically like, yeah, he has a whole jailbreak and everything like that, but he's doing it so he can continue to keep alive and have quirks. It isn't much of a reason except to be bad, right? I don't think that's really a good reasoning for him as a character. And again, I don't dislike the character. I don't look at him saying like, oh, he's just crazy trash or anything like that. I just don't think that he really fits for the biggest of baddest characters. He's a B tier character. I don't think that he did it. I would put Stain above him, honestly. All Might, they should have killed you off. Even when you became Mecha All Might, I was like, what are they doing with you? You should have been killed off a long time ago. You overlived your time to stay. If you were killed off, I would put you in A. Because you weren't, you overlived what you're supposed to do. Deku didn't care about you most of the time anyways. I'm putting you here at A or B. You're lucky you're above All for One. Shoto. Shoto I'm putting here because I feel as if his story was the biggest part of Endeavor's story. Having a kid that is the perfect having two quirks. When we first see him, nobody has two quirks except this kid, right? We know that he had a stockpile quirk, and then eventually later on, he gets the Black Whip. But after that, it's like Shoto was really the character made for two quirks. Ice Hot. Or Icy Hot, what do you call it? Hot Fire, I don't know what you call it. I do like Shoto. I do think that his importance is because of Endeavor and because of Toya. But at the same time, I still kind of wish that, you know, Shoto had more to live for himself, which he doesn't. Because once that's over with the whole Toya thing, his story's kind of... But anyways, it doesn't beat me over this guy right here, Bakugo. Bakugo, to me, is the best character of the class. I don't think he's my personal favorite, but he is written the best. Because there was one point when him and Deku fought, and he was talking about, hey man, you don't understand. I always wanted to be the number one hero. I always wanted to be All Might. I always wanted to do this. But it feels terrible that I feel as if I am the reason, when I got kidnapped, that All Might is no more. It's my fault. He has always been hidden because of his anger, that some people don't see this character is actually very soft and squishy. He's mad all the time, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't feel emotions and certain things and sadness and sorrow. He just hides it behind his anger. He's also one of the most talented of the class besides Shoto. Where he sweats, he gets stronger, right? When he sacrifices himself and gets stabbed and almost killed and everything like that, you kind of like, man, like they put this character through the ringer. Overall, I think they did the best with Katsuki Bakugo. But at the same time, and plus, if all the other characters that are still a part of the team at the end, he is the one that does the best trying to keep using his money to keep Deku a part of the story at all. I think that he actually became a friend of Deku because Deku reverted being a guy that had no quirk and he still stayed with him, no matter what. This is my list, man. D tiers, I don't care. You're dead. Some of y'all, man, y'all should be down here. I'll be honest with you, but I'm gonna keep you up here because you at least showed up in other parts. This looks fine to me. Maybe I'll switch Shigaraki here, but I don't feel like he's a good villain. You don't do enough for me to care about your backstory. Should have killed you off. Yeah. Putting Endeavor as a number one is very hard for me because I don't think that this whole S tier doesn't mean that this is the best made character. This is the best made character for the series. But these are the top 4. You could probably switch me with this too, but this top 10 I'm fine with. Mama's in here. I don't care what you say. Anyways, I'm going over an hour. I want to say thank you guys that joined into the chat. I greatly appreciate it. And as well as y'all going to see on YouTube later. Let me know what you think. Who you think the best, top 5, top 3, top 1 is. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Again, I'm going to get to try to do some more different tier lists, but I'm really going to get to trying to stream for y'all as well here pretty soon. It's going to be coming around the fall, and the winter's right around the corner. So we're going to be doing a lot more of that stuff here towards the end of this year. But again, if I'm out or anything like that, I appreciate y'all being bearing with me, everything like that. So thank y'all again. My Hero's done. Let me know what you think in the comments down below as well. Was the series good? Did they flop? Tell me what you think. Until next time, y'all take care. Have a good one. Love y'all.